But could they hear you? I hope they could. That was hilarious.
Well, they could hear the laughter afterwards, but I don't know if they could hear the "oh god no" part. As the
Aw.
video started again, because I'm like, I fucking hate media files and the way this hooks up, and so it's gonna
I
keep
just
playing in the
gotta say,
background.
there's just so many things in my life that was just the perfect description of them. 4, 3, 2, 1. No, stop that! Don't do that.
That's how I feel at work sometimes. Very accurate.
Well, anyways, welcome everybody to 0D20's Faun's Hard, where 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop that apparently is a catchphrase for us. I'm gonna make note of that actually. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
No,
stop
wait,
that.
stop that.
While we are doing that, we're not going to do a full recap this time, because if you didn't watch last time, oh my god, you
Shame
should
on
watch
you.
it last time. Because we're going to go barreling into this time, and after all this, you know what, usually I keep, like, debating, like, whether we do intros or whether we don't. Do we want to do an intro? No? Silence reigned, so in that case...
Well, you're asking us? Okay.
Yeah. Do you guys want an intro?
Banana bread. Do 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 do.
All right. Well,
That's up to you.
Yeah.
Let's barrel ahead actually, because we usually do, and it's really bad to keep to change form repeatedly because we keep doing that. So we begin. We begin in the tavern and in the medic tent. Who wants to go first?
Well, is anything strange happening at all? Just Saladri? Is anyone else even in there?
Sladry is. Remember, the fire eater's already out. No
Yeah,
one's
he's
been
done.
maimed, wounded, or otherwise injured so far in shows. It's been very fortunately lucky so far. Which is a yay on that kind of part. But beyond that, though, you are fine. I like that. This is fine. What's going on in the chat right now? I should. So basically, what happened though is Saladri actually was out for a little while because remember she was the cat. And she joined you guys at exploring the Oak Shadow Inn. Previously.
Also, stuff I don't know about.
No, you were there for that. Remember, she became a cat in front of you guys. So that was actually something Valia was a part of for that one. The first time at the Oak Shadow Inn. That was the one was it in January, I think we played that one? So basically, you returned to your tent after that, and then she followed shortly after, kind of like, and then went and just laid down. I was like, I can't. Oh, I just need a rest. No matter how much you like. Yeah, she became that as much as.
We should tell her to get a grip. Here's mine.
You're giving up your grip?
She gave her
Sure.
grip.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
And that
How
is where
thoughtful.
we are now. Saladri is resting in your tent. You had returned to it after they came back from the Oak Shadow Inn to check on the people. And Lida, Tess, and Sylvia are not around at the camp right now.
That's mildly unusual, but it's not really anything I can do about that. Much as sometimes it feels like it would be a good idea, nobody has in fact shackled Tess and Lida, and probably shouldn't.
Yet.
Yeah.
They technically haven't earned it yet.
I mean, threatening to throw a knife at a dog. I know you weren't meaning it as threatening, but I'm saying from the other like guard's view and all that kind of stuff. Maybe, but okay, we'll leave that for now.
There's basically not a great deal for Valia to do right now. Just
Then we will cut to the
did
tavern.
my work.
You
Nobody
did,
else
and you were
nobody else is being hurt.
at the moment yet. No. Yeah, halfling beating. Oh, halfling beating doesn't qualify? Well, it almost did. They thankfully moved it away from a public center at the time before they could get arrested for that. So we will cut away then to the tavern, where Tess and Lida are sitting there observing the goings on of a busy-ish tavern shift for Braun. And you're starting to get like the little hairs on the back of your neck for both of you that you're now being observed as you were observing someone else.
We should probably go.
Yeah. I have a feeling we're being watched.
Let's just go. Let's go back to Fonsard.
Yeah, let's go. Definitely, we should go.
It's your work shift.
So you can return. Brought out of the corner eye, you do notice your customers were leaving. Hopefully they left and paid you for that, but you do notice them leaving.
Nope.
Oh! That's mean. That's mean. Terrible.
I'm gonna
Ladies and
tell
gentlemen, the heroes.
I don't make money like that.
It only would cost like a silver.
Well, I didn't ask.
I noticed. Yeah, our heroes, right? Brave, bold adventurers, just. Alright, so you leave the tavern without paying your bill.
Tess is a thief. I'm pretty sure nobody was super shocked about that.
Exactly.
Okay, you got me there.
I gotta feed my dog. So, ain't nobody got time for that. Shit.
Alright. And you guys head back to the Fonsart Carnival campment.
So we should probably fill Valia in on everything we've seen today. So let's head to the
Yeah.
medical tent.
Are you gonna try and be stealthy to the medical tent, or are you gonna be like opening the door that's like, "What's up?"
Yep.
Both.
No. Can I do?
Sure.
Why would they
Can
need
I
to be
knock on
stealthy?
something? Like, is there something I can knock on
It's a tent.
outside the tent?
Not
Oh.
really.
Then I'm just gonna stand outside and be like, "Hey, Valia. Hey, Valia. Hey, Valia."
I would have answered after the first one.
Nope. Until you get there.
Okay.
Hey, Valia. Hey, Valia. Hey,
Put away
Valia.
the holy book I was reading.
Hey, Valia.
Stand up
Valia.
slowly. Take a moment to do this.
Valia. Valia. She never answers,
Open
Valia.
the flap.
Valia. Valia.
I'm currently looking
Hey,
at
Valia.
them.
Hey, Valia. Hey, Valia.
I think that she's doing this like to your face.
Yes.
Hey, Valia. Hey, Valia. Hey, Valia.
Tess will just walk in at this point. Lap's open. And I go.
What can I
Valia?
do for you?
Oh, about time. So we kind of have some stuff to tell you.
Do you want to go back to my tent?
I mean, I don't really care where we talk, just like somewhat private.
Saladri is in here. It's empty otherwise. We've been lucky lately.
This is fine. We can talk here.
Hold open the flap for Lida.
Yep, because Tess already went in.
Yes, Tess already went in. Without a word. Pushed right past Valia, who was literally in the tent flap at the time.
You were distracted.
So,
I'll forget your politeness for not inviting me in sooner.
rude. You don't see us for a whole day, and this is how you treat us.
Right?
This is the infirmary. It is open to everyone.
So why didn't you answer?
What is on your mind?
Well, some stuff happened.
It's still not a puma.
Well, I know that, but we went into this cave that was underneath this tavern, and there was nothing. Nothing there.
You found nothing.
Lots of dirt. Yep, lots of dirt.
Very well. Thank you for telling me.
You're welcome.
Was that all?
Well, there are some other things, but I don't know if we should tell you.
As you wish.
Okay, Valia, here's what we did today. We went to the Oak Shadow Inn to investigate the resistance, and unfortunately, most of them were gone. But we noticed a couple of them were working in the kitchens. And so, getting a job working in the kitchens to get close enough to those people to see if she can get an in with them.
Is she old
Meanwhile-
enough?
Sorry?
Is she old enough?
But beats me. She got a job there. I'm just telling you what happened. I don't do the screening. So Lida and I did some investigating at the tavern there, and there is a secret room in the basement. It's a hole in the floor, and once you crawl through, there's a room. There was nobody there when we could also, from where we were under the floorboards, and we could hear conversations that were going on in the pub, and we were actually able to listen in to Sylvia talking to the members of the resistance. And it seems like she's able to get an in with them, but we'll have to wait for her update once she's done her shift.
I presume that will be useful, but are we ready to declare for the resistance, or indeed against them?
Well, I think with Sylvia acting as an in, we can find out exactly what their plans are and make a better informed decision of what we're going to be doing.
That makes good sense. Is that it? Are you both well?
I'm full. I just had a good dinner. It's free.
Yeah, we didn't bring you any.
I didn't think you would.
Oh crap! What the hell did that just do? Are you actually? Sorry, I clicked my video for a moment there. Are you actually like hiding this from Valia by any means? Like, is there anything you can pick up on that, or are you just not talking? Like, I guess are you stuffing the dirt any way that she could see that you guys are like, well, it's not ours to tell, but there's something.
I mean,
Or-
yeah, kind of. But I mean, I'm not gonna tell her. But I am hinting that there is more.
I don't know what you think I would look for. If I became aroused about and confused every time these two acted suspicious, I'd never get to do anything else.
Fair, although they're not really acting suspicious so much as they're acting kind of like, well,
Squirrely?
yeah, I guess that'd be the better term.
Same
yeah.
observation.
Okay.
Yeah. Tessa will just kind of and just kind of give her a small head shake, I guess. Trying to
Did you say head
communicate
shake or handshake?
Shake.
head shake, as in a
Well, they're definitely acting weirder than usual.
Yeah, I'd give it that.
Someone has to tell you something that we cannot tell you.
Tess facepalm so hard.
Oh, very
But
well.
I can't tell you the what, and I can't tell you the whom.
Tess just starts laughing. I mean, it's whatever. It's whatever.
Oh.
I'm gonna go have a nap.
Sometimes working here
Wake me
really
up
makes
when
me
it's
wish I
okay.
enjoyed puzzles.
This
Those are
this
probably
isn't
the
a
most
puzzle.
confusing
I'm
of
giving
all.
you all the information you need. Someone needs to tell you something that we can't tell you.
Yes, you have certainly given me all the information.
You're welcome.
Is there something else I can do for you?
Nope.
Well.
Oh, actually, there's this tavern. Do you have any money?
I have some. Why?
We left a bill in your name at the tavern.
Oh my god.
In my name?
Yeah. All right, bye.
Why? She just ran away, didn't she?
Totally, I'm sure.
Yep.
What time of day is it?
At this point, it's mid to late afternoon. They started out for the tavern earlier in the day and whatnot. This is all taking place in one day. So, like, you guys went there first with the cat in the morning, then came back, then went again, then, like...
So we
This is
probably
quite the
shouldn't go
day.
anymore.
I mean, if you want to, but... Woo!
She didn't tell me what tavern.
She didn't. She didn't. You actually might have to go find that.
Okay, now I have to hunt for Lita. Of course, did Tess run away?
She went to nap.
Oh, lordy.
Did Tess run away?
To nap.
I like right after Lita decided that she was gonna say like, "There's something, but we can't tell you." Tess was like, "Noped out of there and went to have a nap."
Like that was a noped out.
Right.
Yep.
All
Tess is
right.
back at her tent, and Lita ran off.
Does Lita have a tent?
I think
Yeah, but you're
Lita
not allowed in
can-
there.
Repeat that, please.
I said, yeah, but she's not allowed in there. She can't come in. There's a no Valia sign at my tent. She touches stuff.
I knock on it.
It's a tent, you can't knock.
Well, if
There's
you
a
hung a
sign.
wooden sign outside.
Fair enough, but I'm not answering.
Stick my head in and look.
What are you doing?
What
Get out of my
tavern?
tent. Get out. Did you not read the sign?
What tavern?
I put it there just for you. No Valia allowed.
What tavern?
What tavern what?
What tavern did you steal food and blame it on me in?
I didn't steal food, I still have it. It's in my stomach. Didn't steal it.
You continuing to maintain possession of it really isn't an argument that you didn't steal it, but could you please just tell me the name of
I'm
the
not
tavern?
giving it back.
I didn't ask you to.
So what do you want? You're in my tent, you're in my
The
space.
name of the tavern.
There's a lot of taverns.
So where's Tessa's tent? Jalen? I'm gonna go there.
Okay. So
I gotta update my sign.
Tess's tent, yeah. If Liv's tent is a little bit far off with Performer's Crowd, Tess's tent is closer to where like the security group and whatnot is, so that they can be alerted in the case of things that happening. So it's actually a little bit closer to like Langla's and the emergency responders tent in a way, not medic, but the groups. You'll find her away from Lida's tent.
And this time I presume there's no sign to knock on?
Tess.
No, I guess it's just a plain tent.
Hello, Tess. Are you there?
Yes. What do you want?
What is the name of the tavern that you left a tab at?
The Oak Shadow Inn.
Same one. Very well.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna nap now. Again.
As you wish. Now go find the fucking tavern.
As you're wandering around, though, Langla actually stops you briefly. He goes, "How is Saladri doing?"
She seems stressed. She wouldn't say why. Mostly she seems all right. She's in the medical tent asleep at the moment.
Oh, I'll go check up on her then. She and the others had quite a shock this morning.
Is she unwell? Can I help?
She's not unwell. At least I should hope she's not unwell. It was a surprise, possibly for her, for the rest. She's also looking a little squirrely, even, and that's different because Langla's usually not. If you find Sylvia, I'd like to talk with her. And you may bring her to our tent, please.
If I find her? Certainly. Are you unwell?
I am worried for your companions and Saladri, and it is something we will all have to discuss, and hopefully, upon talking to Sylvia as well with everyone, it might be a fix, because it was quite a shock this morning of everyone, and having a calm presence there actually would very much help.
My companions appear to be exactly the same as usual.
Well, then hopefully it did not affect them as much as it appeared to.
No, but they told me they left a tab in my name at the tavern and I have to go deal with that now.
Oh. Do you wish accompaniment?
I don't know. Aren't you busy?
Oh, I'm always busy. That does not mean I cannot always walk away once in a while.
Well, if you like, I would not mind. Do you know the place? Shadow Oak Inn? Have I been there? Have I been there, Jalen?
Yeah, that was the place you guys went this morning.
Okay, good.
The
So I can
cat
just
market
go
thing.
there then. All right.
Yeah, the Oak
I don't
Shadow
need to
Inn.
go
Yeah,
find
that
it.
was that place that they started off with the meeting and then left after Sylvia reveal, and then came back to, and it's connected to the Resistance. Apparently. So, yeah, that was the place we were at this morning. Yes, I guess I've not been there. Usually when we're in the city, I don't often leave the carnival unless it's for supplies, so this will be interesting to see it.
I suspect you have the right of it, really. Oh well. So I suppose we start going there.
You do! Off to the same place you were before, although it is significantly busier than it was last time you were there. There's more tables filled with people now, it is more rambunctious and loud, and their servers are pretty busy actually, hopping around, serving stews and soups, meat and cheese, troughs with the bread, and all sorts of ale meads, and custom-made dwarven something, you're not sure what, but whoa, does it look like it could knock someone on their ass.
Gut shaker.
Gut shaker.
Fortunately, I don't need to try to drink that. Hello?
I don't think Sylvia's there, because that's Braun right now, isn't it?
Hello,
Can anybody
Holly?
hear me?
Yes?
Hello?
Yes, Holly? Hello? We're saying words to you, Holly.
Hello? Can hear you. What? No. Evils is.
Well, I'll take this moment to ask Jalen a question that's been on my mind.
Ask away.
Entirely relevant one. Exactly how common are Asimars in this world?
Ooh. Probably more common than you think, but usually the same circumstance as what's going on with you, in that they might not even know they are. Because, really, they don't look any different than an average human. All they are is a little bit more powerful.
Valia knows what she is.
Oh, you do know you're an Aasimar?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Well, like I said, yeah, it's usually that they don't know that they are. Because unlike like tieflings or a half orc or even a half elf, they're not so different looking from a human. They just have different abilities. So some do know what they are, but some just
I figure even if
live their life
Valia
like
hadn't
they're
known...
human.
Well, I figure Valia always knew, but even if she didn't know before, after spending all that time at the Temple of Ilmater, they'd notice that kind of thing.
Yeah.
My question actually has more to do with... Nobody else would know, though? Not
No,
automatically.
Not automatically, no. Spend some time around you and kind of get an understanding of other ones, like other Aasimars and stuff like that, and kind of start putting the clues together. That would then lead to like, oh hey, this seems like another race of person. Like I said, unlike half elves that have like the little ears and stuff like that, or unlike a half orc, which looks like a half orc, or unlike even dragonborn or tiefling or anyone else that looks like a cross of a humanoid with somebody. Aasimars actually look like just really fit, healthy humans their whole life. So, and I mean, people might see that something's like maybe an arcane kind of thing, or realize something's not quite. They're a little bit higher up than humans, or someone that's looking for divine, like a paladin or a cleric, might notice a little hit on their divine meter with it. But unless they go out and ask them or tell them, like, "Hey, you have divine in you," no one's gonna know.
John Waters movies aside, the point was they wouldn't notice. So, yes.
They wouldn't notice.
All right. Are you connected up again now, Holly?
Yes, I am.
Woo!
Sorry about that.
That's okay. It happens. So yeah, as I was saying, Braun, did I get that right, or Bran?
Brand,
Brand.
Like-
pardon me.
the hot metal piece that marks you.
Yeah. I swear I even asked that last time too. Brand is serving currently. What does Brand actually look like again? Because this one, a refresher that this is actually not Sylvia. This is someone who is different.
Blue skin.
I've
Like-
seen Brand.
Yeah. Blue skin, horns, bald head, and red eyes.
Yes. I've seen her before.
Yeah. There's also just a refresher that, not just for us, but crowd, Brand is not Sylvia for distinctive reasons.
Brand stops. Okay, are you guys at a table, or I missed the entire entrance into the yoke?
I think we just came to the door right now. Did we go? Did you go in, Abby?
My plan is to stride directly to the bar.
Then
Oh,
you
okay.
stride directly to the bar. Langla follows, looking around like, oh, this is interesting. I like this environment.
Hello. Welcome to the Oak Shadow Inn. Is there anything I can get you started with?
Ah, it's you. Actually, I understand a couple of my companions were here earlier. They said they left a tab in my name.
That's already been taken care of.
I haven't told you my name.
I know which one you're talking about. They have a friend that took care of it for them.
Oh,
Now, is there anything I can do to get you started?
no, I suppose that is probably all I need for the moment. Thank you. Just confused look to Langla.
Yeah, Lulu kind of looks at you and looks at Brand's like, well, that was nice of them. The second friends, not the ones that left the tab.
Brand will wink at Layla, or Layla. Like Langla. There we go.
Yeah, right.
Valia tries to see into the kitchen.
I'm trying to think here. At the bar, you could probably get a decent look without... What are you... Okay, how intently are you trying to look before I ask for a roll or not?
Well, not paladin subtlety, okay? There's absolutely no reason for people to roll to see whether or not I'm trying to see into the kitchen. I'm totally obviously trying to see into the kitchen.
Oh, no, it's actually more for how much you are trying to see. Because I was going to see about, are you actually, like, looking and taking an honest, earnest look? Because then we'd see how much you could see. Or are you just trying to look and see, like...
I'm trying to see if Sylvia's there. They said she got a job here.
You do not see Sylvia at all in the kitchen or around the tavern. Now, it's not really fully closed off. There's like a little tiny wall kind of thing that's stacked with the alcohol behind the bar, walking kind of to the kitchen. But if you crane your head around it, you see most of it. I mean, it's a tavern kitchen. It's not like a fanciful thing. You can see like magic flaring up back there as I believe it was either the elf or half-elf is in the background cooking things. And you can see magic actually flaring in parts of it, like little bits of flame and maybe like a little shot of ice to like cool something quicker and, you know, moving back and forth. And then there's a dwarf between dishes and bussing and making sure things are stocked and just running around the half elf. But there is no Sylvia.
That's strange. Look at Langla, worried. They said
Yes?
Sylvia got a job here. You were looking for her. I don't see her, though. That's
Perhaps you
not
should
good.
ask after her. Did she leave the job already?
So, and I'm putting it this way deliberately, whoever's behind the bar, I will describe Sylvia and ask if they've seen her.
Let's see here. Who is currently behind the bar?
Judging from the immediately preceding conversation, Brand.
Probably Brand is, yeah. Brand actually would be either close enough that they'd be getting stuff from the bar or behind the bar. So, Brand, do you wish to field that question?
Hello?
Takes a second.
Oh, there she is.
Just taking a second. Bites her lip and goes, she'll be available a little bit later.
Available?
Currently, she's busy.
Doing what?
Working here. She's
Not in the kitchen. She's not serving.
currently working out of sight. But rest assured, she's been a perfectly amazing help around.
All right. Well, thank you. Langla was looking for her.
Want to make
Please
sure that
pass her
stays
that
okay.
message.
Brand will put her hand on Langla's, she is perfectly fine.
Very well. Maybe we can see her later. So we want to make sure Sladry is as well. You'll let her know, please.
I will.
You
Thank
know
you.
each other?
I've seen her around.
Concert does roll through town.
Yes. But you told me 5 minutes ago you never leave the caravan.
Not often, but for supplies. Brand must have come out to a show sometime, I imagine, then. Am I correct?
Yeah, something like that.
Layla just kind of smiles at you, like half smile. It's like, I don't want to be a part of this. But like,
Uncomfortable.
right? Like she's doing the thing where it's like, you shouldn't be lying to her, but
I think I should
it's
get
your
back.
choice.
I can't do this right now. That's a
Yeah.
thing.
No, that's she gets that, but she's like, I hate being a party to this. If you're being an illusionist, it's funny.
Yeah.
She's like, well, can you let Sylvia know if she gets a break, please to come see us.
I will, and as soon as she does, she'll be there.
Thank you. And then Langla looks to Valia, I guess. Well, shall we depart?
Yes, I think so. Is there anything else you need in the town?
How are your medic supplies?
Fairly well. They haven't had too much difficulty. Yeah. The fire eater seems to have recovered nicely, and I haven't had much other need for them. It's been a lucky week or two.
Yeah, it's all I can hope that it holds for a little while, at least until we get to beyond Crestwood. I'd rather people in the cairn will not get hurt. But luck can only hold out so long, I'm sure. Should have like a little roller where it's like, does anyone get hurt today?
You probably should.
I will put that in. Langla then stands then and thanks Brand and gets ready to depart.
I follow.
Have a good day.
You as well.
Okay, continuing in the kitchen work.
So tell me, Jalen,
Yes.
Faun's Heart is the title of this campaign. Is the subtitle How to Make a Paladin Paranoid?
Apparently.
I tried my best. I'm not trying to.
No,
mess with
no.
Valia.
It's
It's
just
just.
that I was actually going to add into that there would be probably because the Paladin Divine Sense, some like miniature alarm inside going off about a few little things in the area of such. Because it's going on like Langla would want to tell Valia about stuff, but because it's Sylvia's storytelling as well, she doesn't want to start it. She's like, oh, you should know because this has happened, and it's only gonna get more awkward and worse. But clearly someone doesn't want to talk about it either. So yeah, it's how to make a paladin paranoid in a few easy steps. Yeah, your divine sense is kind of going a little off. Now, you remember Brand didn't set it off for the tiefling side before. But I'm gonna give it that because before with that too, and now after being around Sylvia for a little bit of time, it's not gonna tell you that that's Sylvia. But you do get the inkling in there. The divine sense is kind of calling your attention to something between even something to set off with Langland area, similar to what you were having with the tent. There's something uneasy. But
Well, okay, but everything I just experienced was uneasy and awkward
Yeah.
to an extreme level, so I don't know what you think I need divine sense for in this case.
no, I mean you don't.
mean,
Everything is that way. But
After
your
all,
divine sense is kind of
after all,
reading where
I
it's
worship the god of suffering, not the god of the incredibly obvious.
Like, there's that god out there? Oh my god, I need that god.
It kind of should be.
Well, it's more like the divine sense is kind of like confirming for you in a way where it's like, yeah, this wasn't just awkward to be awkward. There's something going on here. Think of it like a Spidey sense way.
I know. But the thing is, it's not my business.
Is not unless they make it yours. That's the unfortunate part.
I'm sorry. I'll do this right after the shift. I swear.
Well, you actually should get a break in your shift, so if it slows down right before the supper rush, if you wish to, you may leave the tavern. If you
Yeah.
wish to.
I'll go. Hey guys, I've got something to take care of. I will be right back. If that's okay.
Issa looks to you and goes, "You be back before the supper rush?" And sure.
I promise I will. How long until sub rush?
Kind of looks up. Well, it's gonna take a little bit of prep. You got like an hour. Like,
That'll
it's
that'll be
like
plenty.
an hour and a half, but because it's like time constraints. It's like looks outside. I get to the sun is about here and kind of like gestures a little bit. Lined up. Yeah, you got time. Where you getting to?
Somebody from the fair contacted me, and it's family business.
Oh, from there.
Yeah.
And then I parked too far out. Yeah, should be fine to be back in time.
Thank you so much. I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
you be back. If you're not back, well, at least we'll know where to find you.
Okay, time to get this done.
Do you do anything during the walk back though, Valia?
Not really anything to do. Chat with Langla, I suppose.
Okay, that's a
General
enough
inquiry
conversation.
about how things have been going. I haven't been around to see the shows recently.
The shows are still doing well. There's been a few tight spots of, breath-holding moments of maybe someone is going to hurt themselves, but at least they haven't yet, but, they need more practice in some of those shows. It's been minor miracles. Get your tent ready, I guess is what I'm saying. At some point, their luck must run out.
Well, it's always ready.
You should
Within
come over
reason.
to Lamel's and mine tent for some tea, though.
I don't see why not. I should check on Saladri, but she seems to be all right.
Absolutely, we will see you in a bit then there. Oh, no, if Tess and Lida want to come, that's fine, and we'll see if no one else is around. They seem to have enough on their plates lately.
Do you want me to get them?
Actually, based on what happened this morning with them, yes, please. I think we all need to talk about a fix on that.
Okay, that's just look of utter confusion for a moment.
She actually goes like, I will need to have a talk with them about that, and I think hopefully that individual finds Sylvia and we can continue this, because yes, I will fill you in on something. And she kind of just looks firm about something. I was like, no.
I wouldn't count on that if I were you.
On what?
Oh, I encountered that individual once before.
Oh?
I'm not sure about trustworthy,
Oh.
but it doesn't matter. I'll go see if I can. I'll check on Saladri and then get the others.
Thank you, Valia. Much appreciated.
And lo, it is so, Jalen.
Hello, what is what so?
I go check on Saladri. Unless she's going to be doing something weird.
Nope, she is still resting. Although she's awake, she is flipping through a book again with the mage hand. Her preferred resting of choice as well when she's not actually sleeping.
I'll just ask her if everything is all right. Presumably it is, in which case I'll go and look for Lida.
I mean, everything's all right, but she takes a roundabout way of telling you that kind of stuff with the whole her whole way of. Yeah, but well, actually, yes, I suppose it is. And so eventually, she gets to it like, yeah, she's just fine.
Now I'll go find Lida.
Okay.
Try the tent first. What's the sign say now?
Thalia, do not enter. Still, please do not enter.
All right, I'll knock on it again.
What?
And now I'll stick my head in because this is not the sort of thing I want to say in front of the entire camp.
The boss wants ya.
Langla asked to see us in Lemail's tent.
Very well.
All right, then I'll go away. I mean, I don't want to say that loudly because most of these people at least in theory, aren't supposed to know Lemuel's tent is something that exists.
Exactly. Yep.
And the same thing at Tessa's tent.
Tess will throw a pillow outside the tent door, like lobbing it in the direction where Thalia made her presence known, and say, like, "Is Sylvia back yet?"
Just a moment, you've caused something to happen right there. Hang on.
Hmm?
So, something's being flung at Valia's face, right?
In your direction, if I have that great aim while I half asleep, sure.
Want to catch it. Jalen?
Dexterity, I believe, if you're just trying to catch it. Just a dexterity check. Sorry.
18.
Yeah, you catch it, unless she's trying to really wing it at you. I believe you should be fine.
Smack!
What was the it?
Pillow.
Yes, there's a pillow.
Yeah, then you were definitely fine catching
Test
it with a 17.
through a pillow. Smack.
It is stopped. It successfully stopped, and you've caught it. It does not hit you.
Langla asked to see us in Lemuel's tent, and I'll toss the pillow back on her bed.
Is Sylvia back yet?
Not that I know of.
And she'll just get ready and come out because she's been summoned by the bosses.
Boss lady.
The boss wants you.
Yeah. Boss wants to see you.
So, I guess I'll go to Lemuel's tent.
Alright. Sylvia. Have
Yes.
you arrived? Where
I've
do you head
arrived
upon arrival?
as Sylvia.
You've arrived as Sylvia.
I've
And where do you
arrived as
arrive
Sylvia.
to?
The tent.
Which one?
Lemon, I
Lemuel's.
can't say Lemuel. Okay, Lemuel's tent.
Okay.
I want to put another L in there for some reason.
Lemuel?
Well, you go too far, and you sounds like you're trying to say it underwater.
Lemuel.
Lemuel.
Lemuel. Cinnamon. Cinnamon.
You are welcomed in. The others have not arrived yet. But Langla and Lemuel are there. And Langla actually looks to you and goes, "Oh, good to see you. The others are on their way, and we've made
She said,
decisions
"Oh?"
on security." Oh, no, Langla
that-
says, "Oh."
That's what I mean. That's what induces another questioning look, because, like, 15 minutes ago she told me to come here. Why? This is not out loud. This is what's inside. It's like, 15 minutes ago you told me to come here. Why are you shocked to see me? What?
I think it's more she's shocked to see Sylvia as Sylvia. You know, she's going and she's like, "Okay." You've arrived as yourself. Good to see. And the others will be hopefully coming along shortly. And we're going to discuss our security issue and decision.
Okay.
Arrived. What?
The rest, if you wish to then arrive shortly after that.
Yeah, Tess is kind of still waking up a bit, but she's here.
What is here
Drinks
too?
are given around. They're not tea this time. They're actually cold drinks. So juices and the like. Distributed.
Hot spicy juice. Pepper juice.
Apple juice. That's, if you wish it, that is what you have. Alright. And everyone is welcome to a seat. Anyone want to start with anything before... Pardon?
Oh, Tess just plops down on the seat.
Okay. Does anyone want to start with anything else before this takes place. Everyone want to say anything to anyone else here? Because now you're all assembled in the room with Langla and Emil.
Well, to Lemuel, I was going to say, well, what's happened? Have you gotten a vision beyond the next 2 days?
Not yet, and time is running out. Still have no news, no information, and no one's even talked to about it here that we know. I fear we'll still be getting into Crestwood blind.
I do hope that's just a scrying protection.
I hope so as well. This morning had a touch of unpleasantness. We got together because there's things to discuss from it. Thank you, Sylvia, for making it. Heard you had a new job. But we do need to come to a reasoning about that, and sooner rather than later, especially with the knowledge that we'll be blinded in 2 days, bearing down on us. I don't know what that means. It does not. Emil turns to Tess and Leda and goes, I know what you desired. Unfortunately, I cannot give that level of watching to another person that way. I'm already too concerned with Crestwood and my own life or lack thereof, depending on what happens in the next 2 days.
Watching?
And then at that point, Langla turns to Valley and goes, and we probably should bring in your other compatriot to this, as she has cared for the both Sylvia and Saladri, and is clearly still in the dark. And Langla's kind of like just cuts that, like looking at the other three, with like major intent, like.
Hey, it's not my story to tell. That's your business. You can talk about it yourself.
And obviously you didn't tell her, so you're not any better than us.
Not yet, but it's also not solely mine. But also the tavern thing. Goodness gracious. Please tell me you didn't leave it named in Faun's heart with a tab behind.
No, just Valia.
Why would you do that?
Do what?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry about that. Been trying to talk for like the past 5 minutes.
Do what?
Out of character.
Try to.
I've been trying to talk for like the past 5 minutes. I'm sorry.
Damn your mic.
Yeah. It's something wrong with the program. I'm really sorry.
Something on the program. No apologies needed.
I'm really sorry. I got the tab. I'm sorry if you're back at the bar. I didn't want to put you in that position. Valia, I've got to tell you something.
Was it about the bar tab?
No. So you know the tiefling and that green-haired elf?
Did I see the green-haired elf?
You should have.
This morning, yeah.
All right.
That was me. I am.
Okay.
I'm a changeling. Please, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
So, Jalen, first question.
Yes.
Do I even know what that is?
Yes, changelings are actually pretty well known in lore and whatnot for being beings who can, of course, change their form and shape to be whomever they wish to be.
Also, in lore-wise, they're known as thieves and spies and liars and
Charlatans and such.
charlatans.
They're not generally, as a full race, trusted because of that ability to be whoever they want to be.
I'm sorry.
Wait. The tiefling was you?
Sort of, yeah.
Oh.
They each kind of... I kind of get a different personality when I change. It's not exactly something I can control. But I'm sorry about Brand. She's kind of forward.
None of this is really my business.
I'm really sorry.
For what?
Not telling you sooner. For being a changeling, I'm sorry.
You would apologize to me for what you are? Why?
Because people hate me. They always have.
But what has that got to do with me? Why would you think what you are is something to apologize for? Jalen, I would ask at this point to roll Divine Sense against whether this is the truth, but this certainly has painful truth written all over it, so...
You may roll if you wish to.
I guess it's not even a Divine Sense, that's not a rolling
Yeah, it's not
thing,
gonna
is it?
roll, I guess. Yeah, no, it's painful truth. I mean, not roll necessary unless you want to try for an insight thing, but
I don't know what I'd be guessing. If the only thing on the table is clearly true.
yeah, like your meaning, like, is what Sylvia telling you true, correct? Or are you looking for something else for truth?
Two things.
Okay.
One, that, which is a pretty obvious yes. And the other one is, has she been lying?
Mm.
Is there any sense that she's residually or something displaying deception towards us?
That'd be actually up to Holly answer for Sylvia in that kind of case. I don't think she has been too much, just about who she is in the bodies.
That's
But
about it.
I think, yeah, I thought that was
Yeah.
about it that she was even lying about.
That's the only thing that she's been lying about.
I'm not certain she's even lied about that. Not mentioned it.
That could be a form of lying, I guess.
It can be a form of dishonesty. It's not quite the same thing as lying.
I'm really sorry. And just every time I've told somebody else up till now, they've hated me, and I've got scars. And I've hated myself for a long time. I'm sorry.
All right, Valley is going to attempt to hug Sylvia.
Sylvia's going to shrink in, but allow the hug. Like, yeah.
You poor thing. No one should have to suffer for an accident of birth.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
I still don't understand what you think you're being sorry for.
I don't either. But, this morning, good. Can somebody else tell the police?
But this morning,
Yes.
what parts are you wishing to tell, child?
Just the restrictions on me being in part of the party. Being part of
What is
Faun's heart.
Tess's to tell?
And watched. That's all.
Watched?
Shadow.
To what?
Just to see if Lemuel can detect if she's doing anything
Yes?
sneaky.
Sneaky?
Well, she had the fact that she has the ability to make herself look different, and that is suspicious. I have agreed to, under the, actively trust her more, at least not give her such a difficult time in the group, but still, I can't, that I don't feel 100% comfortable around her.
You can feel as you wish, but what is this business about having her watched?
It's
By
okay.
Lemuel, you can detect
It's okay.
if she's going to do anything.
I trust Lemuel.
If she's going to do anything, what? What are we talking about here? Are we speaking about violence? Like all the violence you did to that other halfling back in the last town? Are we talking about thievery? Like, for example, skipping out on a bar tab and lying about someone else's name? Exactly what behavior are we watching her for?
Well, who's to say that, all these visions and the visions that aren't happening, they might be caused by her? Like, how
Who's
do we
to
know
say
that?
they're not caused by you?
Because it's never happened to me.
It's never happened to her before either.
Don't go blaming me.
Don't go blaming her.
Then I'll blame you.
Yes, you usually do. Fine, if that's what it takes. No, this is something I must object to. None. Sylvia's done nothing to warrant watching.
It's okay. It's all right. I just
It is not okay. It is unnecessary suffering.
It is irrelevant either way. And this is Lemuel speaking. We cannot extend the resources that far as it is to scry on one individual when we're still working hard to scry forward into Crestwood.
Good.
After all, if you cannot trust changelings, you're in a carnival being run by one.
Yeah, and we should. What?
I love that that's actually the value took that. Yeah, and as the three found out earlier, and as you value should also be informed, if you were to learn about this stuff, you're the ringleader of your carnival. Lemuel kind of just gestures to Langland, just kind of standing there and like, yep, no, expected this one. Run is a changeling as well. If you very much don't trust changelings, she has successfully been running this carnival for a long period of time.
All right, Valia will just collapse into her chair at that point, I suppose.
Is it okay?
Did that sound like I don't trust someone because of who they are?
Oh no, it's sounds like you are fine. As far as that is. Take off. But are you okay?
No,
No.
but it's nothing new. I wish you'd trusted me earlier, but I understand why you don't. And that's not something that bothers me very much. That's the world. But I actually look at Sylvia for a moment. I had hoped you would be different.
I'm sorry. I I don't know what you mean by that. I'm sorry if I'm not.
I mean, these two. I don't know if they think I don't know it, but they make a game out of tormenting me. I don't know why. I don't know what I must have done with them. But after a while, you get used to it. And when you joined us, I hoped maybe I'd finally have someone around who didn't do that.
Are you talking about Brand?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I. She is a part of me, but she's not all of me, and I'm sorry for what she did. I don't plan on torturing you.
Well, we'll see, I suppose.
I kind of like you. You're nice.
Thank you. I. What is it you need me to do now? And that's largely asked at the room rather than specifically Sylvia.
Well, I suppose if Sylvia does have a job, she might need to return to it.
Yeah, I don't want to leave them understaffed, and I know Brand doesn't either.
And then from there, I'm actually having a hard time remembering this. Did you guys actually tell Langla or Lemuel what you're doing at the Oak Shadow Inn?
I don't think so.
Yeah, okay. And then from there, on with the tour, the show, and whatever you are getting up to as usual. Or unusual.
After we leave town, I'd like to perform. I'll be practicing when I don't have the job.
That is fair, fine.
I. understand why, but I do wish you'd trusted me sooner. You're not the only ones.
Is that to Langla? Or
Both of them, but they're both still there, aren't they? Langla and Sylvia?
Yeah.
yeah. The world doesn't like or welcome our kind.
I know. You're not the only ones.
Maybe not. That doesn't make it any easier to stand out either.
I know. My late husband's family were hill folk. They hated everyone who wasn't human. Half of them cut off all ties with him when he married me.
I don't know whether they'd be unfortunate or a rousing success in a weird way. It's not to talk to those types.
Arguably. But my point is simply, I know what it's like to be hated for not being human.
Yes. But even non-humans don't trust us.
I feel like trust should be earned or lost by the individual. Anything else is just not going to, it's going to be wrong. Morally and from the standpoint of it being correct. You never know what an individual is going to do.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to go. It's getting late.
Take care.
I'll see you tonight. Bye. And Sylvia gets up, arms crossed, head down, and leaves.
You three may still in here for the time you need for any processing. Or leave at your convenience. I imagine you still have much to talk about. But that might just be me.
Nothing comes immediately to mind. Do you two have something to talk about?
I'm good.
Tess remains silent. She's pretty over everything. She doesn't really invest a lot in emotions, and then compared with what happened this morning and what's happening now, she's getting emotional overload, so she's just shut down.
Then whatever you three want to do next.
I think I should return to my tent. Excuse me. And Valia does so unless someone stops her.
Langla does not. She's kind of doing the thing where it's like, give you your space. Tess and Lida, what do you two do?
How long do I have until Manic show.
You still have about it's dinner hour, so you have a bit of time after that to go for your show if you are doing that tonight and not being at the Shadow Oak, or the Oak Shadow.
Oh yes. I think Luna's just gonna go back to her tent.
So you're available during that time. Tess?
Tess will wander the camp, just kind of keeping an eye, on just everybody in camp, trying to just forget about everything that happened, just kind of clear her mind.
I mean, there's a few people starting to get a little rowdy early in the day already before the show happens and whatnot, coming from town, excited. So you're flagging a few in your mind of what to keep an eye on, but mostly it's the usual rambunctious carnival crowd. You see a few people running around, you see a few trying to, like, jostle the others, but no one really looks like they're trouble causing just yet. So the next question is coming to mind too for the group, out of character wise. Do you wish to cut here and then we'll start the next session after Brand's shift? Because I think all of you won well. Yeah, likely all of you will be meeting back at the Oak Shadow Inn. The Resistance thing, correct? Or just Brand?
Little will be going to the Oak Shadow, definitely.
May as well. You say that there are some early rabble rousers?
Some really kind of jostling each other and like trying to get a rise out of each other, and the goofing off that is just kind of on the edge of gonna be causing a scene. We've seen them downtown. They're like the people that are like right before the riots or stuff like that, but maybe they could become a riot and maybe they couldn't. The hockey people.
If Valia happens to see anybody that is clearly in the process of getting out of control, she will remove him.
Okay, well, during the course of the night, both Tess and Valia, who are watching for that kind of thing, Tess for the security thing, Valia because she's has stated so right now. Whoop. Did we lose a Holly?
Yeah, she's
Think we
having
did.
those.
Oh, there
There
she
we
is.
go.
She's having those software issues.
Yeah. Ugh. I want to see both of your computers, Holly and Ashley, and I don't know if I can fix it, but.
My computer's just old.
Yeah, you get to deal with a few of them, security-wise, toss them out on the air. They come, what do you mean we can't keep up here? Kind of belligerent behavior. So Valley does get to deal with a few of those. Tess, how would you actually deal with someone getting belligerent in Faun's heart? And Valia, what? Oh, actually, that's a question for both of you. But let's.
If they were making a scene, then it would just be Tess letting know, like the guards know, the people who deal with rough housing specifically.
And Valia, you did say toss
Draw a
them
lot.
out. Sorry, what was that last part?
Tess wouldn't handle anything that draws a lot of attention. She's very undercover, I guess.
Alright, then the question then goes to Valia. You said toss out. How do you mean tossing out?
Well, if after asking them to quiet down they refuse to, then I shall ask them to leave. And if they don't, I will drag them away physically.
There's one or two that you should have been having to drag away physically. The guards look like they're gonna give you a hand, and then it's like, nope. She's got it.
And to be entirely clear on this, if it turns out that any of the rabble rousers are small enough, they will get the sack of potatoes treatment.
Oh god.
I like that. I like the idea that one you actually drag out by their collar, because it's like you can't sack a potato them. But one little guy, like, feisty guy, it's like, nope, hoist up, and away we go. Over the shoulder.
Gnome punting?
Gnome punch. Yeah, okay, it's a gnome. Yeah, you're dealing with a really feisty gnome.
Okay, then that's not even shoulder, that's like underarm.
And there you go. Those are your rabble rousers, and that's your evening. I do think we're gonna pause here because the night it continues on. The show. Let's see. 1 second. Oh, oh. Someone gets wounded. Let's see which one it is. Ha ha ha. So one of the animal trainers actually gets a little too close to one of the cages and ticks off their beast that is inside. Let's see who they had there. And gets a large gash. Not good.
Of course, whatever is inside the cage goes, I'm not really that much of a beast if you get to know me.
I mean, when you have a carnival of druids, shapeshifters, and whatnot, you don't know that what's inside that cage may or may not be a real creature. But in this case, it seems like they must be because someone did just like, oh, we don't like this. We do not like this at all. Let's see. Who is going to do this? Nope, that's
Well,
not
either
the
that or
beast.
it's just Frank who prefers to be a badger.
I've made a life choice. I prefer this. Yeah, that makes sense. Total sense.
The ultimate Hufflepuff.
Well, I don't know. Like, badgers are pretty freaking vicious. Like, I don't know who decided Hufflepuff badgers and like, oh, Hufflepuff, they're, you know, whatever, badger. And it's like, no. Badgers are mean.
Yeah. If you
Badgers
get
are
on the bad
goddamn
side of Hufflepuff's side, or the bad side of Hufflepuff, they will tear you a new one.
Oh yeah, as it should be. As it should be, because like I said, badgers, they are mean.
And plus, Hufflepuffs can be friends with Slytherins. And
Hufflepuffs can be friends with anybody.
So
That's like having a cage.
about the injured dude.
Yes. He is injured by... 1 second here. I'm actually trying to find a decent... You know what? No, that's an evil thing. I'm like, this wouldn't have it. Oh wait, that looks something that can be... I'm trying to find
gelatinous
not evil.
cube.
Gelatinous... That wouldn't slash, though. That would smother, and then that wouldn't really leave much.
Oh god, my hand!
The crawling claw.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
Yep. Sorry, I'm just trying to find a beast that you guys would have in the menagerie to be, attacking. But every dragon is evil, and I'm like, I don't want evil things. Oh, wow, okay.
I heard you have a dragon.
Right? To be like, we have a dragon? No, we really
And-
don't.
And any sort of dragon is also sentient, so
Yeah, exactly.
they'd be far less
Like-
likely to bite the guy and simply say, look, Bill, we've talked about this.
Yep, here.
You know what? We have a flump. We have a goddamn flump is what hits Bill.
Bill got bit by a flump?
Bill
Wow.
got bit by a flump. He really ticked off that flump, because flumps are good. It's not
Flumps
a puma.
are hard to tick up.
Hey, chat, it's not a puma.
It is a
One day-
puma.
One day we're gonna have a puma.
Yeah, one day we'll be able to go, it is a puma. Yeah.
You're
Bill
gonna
got hit by the tendrils or whatnot of the flump. And Bill is kind of hurt.
I just like the idea, like, I've just had this, like, picture in my mind of Valia, like, screaming at the other two, it's not a puma, while a puma, like, comes in through it, like, bursts through the tent behind her.
And it's like, oh wait, that is a puma.
Well, given that they were talking about a cat at a time, that exchange would actually have more of a flavor of Crocodile Dundee to it. That's not a puma! Yeah! That's a puma!
By the way, for the home watchers, this is a flump. Bill is struck by a flump, and Valia is put on the job of having to deal with Bill's injury, as the flump is just like... I'm actually seeing, because I think the flumps are actually, like, psychic, if I remember correctly.
I'm deeply amused you ran with the name.
The flump?
No, Bill!
Bill?
That name only came from the hypothetical dragon saying, now, Bill, we talked about this.
I'm totally gonna run as Bill the animal trainer. Bill. They communicate telepathically.
Bill
is
of
a
the
funny
jungle.
thing, too. So they can actually, they communicate telepathically. So basically this, like, little thing goes out to Bill. No one else hears it, though. Just Bill. It's like, I told you to stop doing that! And to any other psychics in the crowd that'd be strong enough to pick that up. But basically, yeah. They're slight sentient aberrations. Intelligent and wise.
And inexplicably caged.
Inexplicably caged. Well, imagine it's not like a caged thing, where it's like, it is for the show, but the Flumph Chrono probably hangs out ordinarily, which is just in its own little, like, I am content here. But it's like, we have to put on a show. Fine. Peons. That's right, the Flumph has attitude.
Alright, so at some point here I will assess the extent of Bill's Flumph-borne injuries.
'Tis a scratch. 'Tis a
Tis
nasty
a
gash, but 'tis a scratch.
So basically, if I lay on hands 1 point, that should pretty much do it here.
Oh yeah, you get to do that. But someone got wounded. Oh dear God. The luck it did not hold out. Although, you know, we can maybe come up with a whole bunch of random things. What was Bill doing to the Flump that the Flump finally reacted?
I'm just here to heal the guy. I'm fairly certain I'd take the Flumph's side if I was in the actual conflict.
Probably. I'm gonna say that we don't know why, but likely. And with that,
Although I think that's a point worth making, in that I will heal Bill and say to him at the time, you know, if whatever you're doing pisses off a Flumph this much, you might want to reevaluate your life choices.
I like it. Nice win. And that's canon now, folks. Bill's an asshole, especially to Flumphs. And on that note, I'm going to call this episode of Faun Start to a close. A, because I actually have to get ready for another session and stuff tonight. B, because I want to share the, save the big, potentially big, and let's face facts, here's another scene stuff, of the after the shift stuff for another session. And C, because I don't know if I can top someone getting hurt by a Flumph. I mean, really.
You've been playing with us for how long? I mean, that's gonna be easy.
The Flump like just kind of leaves the arena after that. Like, I will not put up with this degradation anymore from Bill. Just floats away.
Flump out.
Like, I'm talking to Langla about this. Indignant, no less. Oh, Chad is loving this too, by the way. Yay. The one person in chat that's talking to us. That's not what my tentacles are for, human. Fine then. I will put the end card up, and away we go.
Bye.
Bye.
Come on,
Bye.
go through. There we go. That worked finally. Bye,
Three.
everybody.
3, 2, 1. Oh God, no! Stop.
That's not the right video. I do not have an exit video that does not function.
So, thank you all for the good drama.
Thank you all for tuning in. You can find more of us on 0d20.com. You can find us on Facebook at 0d20. You can find us on Twitter at 0d20_. That underscore is important, by the way. We will also be actually transitioning Faun's Heart to audio at some point, so I'll let you know where that is once we do. You can check out the 0d20 for more shows. We have some great stuff lining up, featuring more of our cast from here. And as always, talk to us. Let us know. Love you much.